Hello, Riders and Reavers. My name is TBS Guy, and you join me as I was going to do some main quests, but then I looked at the class quest for the warrior, and I was like, oh, wait, shit, I've leveled a little bit past that one, haven't I? I should probably do that one before I level too far past it. Oh, God, what timing knows. So I figure let's go and do the class quest for the warrior and get some warrior abilities before we go and do the main story quest for using our pugilist. Oh, wait, by the way, I need to show you off, like, I've got this new set of armor. I crafted it. It's chainmail of a kind, it's a mithril habershon. Of mithril was his habershon, his scabbard of chalcedony. And for this one we get to, finally get some use for the beast gauge. Okay, yes.
Welcome back, my friend. I can see that you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people has proven to be a much more demanding test than I'd imagined. Mind you, it hasn't been helped that I've somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in the company of heroes asked me to do a favor, and it's taken me back and forth across the realm like some bloody ferry.
I know the feeling, buddy.
I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that's been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike any they've ever seen. Unfortunately, the time I spend in pursuit of the beast I've not spent studying the chronicle, and I'm sorry to say I've made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I can gather, the chroniclers tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the Seven Hells, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one man, driven by rage and vainglory, cast all 5 pieces from Alabathia's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it, the power that it harbors. As far as I can make out, the next passage in the Chronicles concerns the whereabouts of these missing artifacts, though I've only been able to make sense of the odd words so far. Still, I must confess to some excitement. Imagine what a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. If only my brother were here, we could decipher the text together and spread the teachings of our people to the entire realm. Alas, he's not. His whereabouts are as hidden to me as those of the ancient armor. I would have liked you to meet him, if only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still shall. Yours is not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine. Such is the will of the spinner. It may be that my brother has chosen a similar path to mine. But I've rambled long enough. You're here to take the next step in your training, and so I shall oblige. In the southern reaches of Thanalan is the Sagoli Desert, a god's-forsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It's here that the Leviathan of the Dunes lurk, a sandworm of gargantuan proportions. When facing this mammoth creature, you will soon realize that the feeble hacks and slashes of your puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. But do not let this dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within and summon forth a strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, you'll have to find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. The Ute tribe that inhabits the Forgotten Springs is wise to the movements of the denizens of the desert. Should you want for guidance, I wager they could set you in the right direction.
Boy, that was a lot of dialogue from you, Captain Warrior Man. Where are we going? Thanalan... Forgotten Springs. And there's 3 of them, okay. And I'm kind of thinking that the next episode... we might... Oh, right. Someone told me that the cat girl, those, their names start with like a vowel or a letter that denotes their tribal affiliation. So these are all U. There's the U tribe because all of their names are U. Okay. Cool. But I've been kind of thinking that I want to start up a second character soon, and I want that to be like my magic character. Like this guy, Brick, is gonna be the punchy, slappy, smack things with big hammer weapon guy who punches and does stuff. And the other one is gonna be the little casting magic, doing magey stuff. Maybe I'll do a Lalafell. I really kind of want to.
Leviathan of the Dunes? I saw the freezing bug not a week ago, preying on a group of merchants south of Birgit's Strike. The smart ones dropped their wares, turned tail, and ran. The dumb ones, well, at least they can say they died rich.
Can they?
Aye, I seen the beast. Stands 3 months. Oh my god. Stands 3 months high, he does, and stirs up sandstorms with each writhe and wriggle. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago and has been swallowing up my would-be prey and that gaping maw of his ever since.
Okay. Is anyone else fighting these things? Because I don't want to do it alone. Well, I guess a bunch of NPCs are. But like, I've tried this thing before, and it's... Well, on the other hand, I could use the marks, couldn't I? Yo! Over here, please. Does anyone else want to help me finish this thing? Anyone? Anyone anywhere? Help! Oh, there we go. Jesus. Okay. Now, piss off! Hello.
Sandworms are particularly sensitive to vibrations of the earth, such as those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I suggest you search for their tracks, then run about making as much of a clamor as possible. I would also suggest you seek a cure for your madness.
Well, that seems doable. I can run around like a crazy person. I'm good at that. Well, at least I got some storm seals for it. That actually reminds me, how many storm seals do I have? 3,000. I think I need 5,000 for my next rank up, so there's a while yet to go. Where are we going? Oh, all the way down there, are we? Okay. Well, I'm excited to finally get an ability that I can use with my beast gauge so that it actually does something for me. Oh, ah! Oh, I guess it's the thing I'm here to kill. Okay, cool. Sup? Wait, what? Really? That's all? The warriors of ages past have borne witness to my bravery. Okay, then. Well, cool. That was easy. The fate was harder than this. Yo, I did the thing.
Da Brick, your crystal grows ever stronger. And felling the raging sandworm, the beast within you slowly but surely rouses to wakefulness. When next you do battle, methinks you'll find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. When you've mastered your new talent, return to me. In the meantime, I shall continue my study of the ancient texts. Yay, I have a new ability.
You hear the whispers of the village ancestors. Cool.
And Mithril Tempest.
Combo action with overpower, nice.
Hello again, my friend. It is quite obvious that you've been anything but idle in your training since we last met.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 minutes, but okay.
Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth in the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet, I'm certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night, I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training. These are the self-same techniques I've been instructing you in, Brick, the ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states lay the blame of these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banishing the teaching of the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the Chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is never once during my training did my brother hint of this dark history, nor have I ever myself seen one of his tribe succumb to the rage that the Chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods, stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy?
I don't actually know how to pronounce that word correctly. Ignominy? Ignominy. Like, I know ignominious, but it's not ignominy. Surely, it's ignominy. But, I don't know.
That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Well, I for one will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished their reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you, my former comrade from the Company of Heroes, and the great woolly beast we've been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss upon some salt on the wound, the fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Brick, we will win back our proud name. Now, let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. To Wineport, then.
Righto, Oh, treasures and tribulations. What do we have here? Halloon would entice you with the prospect of riches. Decipher and dig. Ooh, treasure tracking.
Oh, fancy yourself a romantic friend?
Oh, no, wait.
Do you find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by heroes of yore? Yes, you say. Well, then do I ever have a proposal for you. I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard, bear with me now, I assure you this gets better, who most eagerly regaled me, from what I could gather amidst slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle that he is, with a tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars, I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ill-addled brain. But what I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light for ring-catcher golly to visit a minor friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find him there.
Well, there's a character. Hey, I met this guy and I was super drunk and I don't really remember, but he said something and I thought it sounded pretty cool. Do you want to go do the thing? I should unlock the levs, shouldn't I? I guess Wineport lives up to its name. Yeah. Kill Gobboos. Fair enough. I can do that. Then we'll talk to the militia guy. Also, yes, Choco Porter, good.
Off I go then.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Cool.
Back to Wineport.
I did the thing. Wee.
Hooray.
Okay. Next, let's do treasures and tribulations. No. Since it unlocks treasure hunting, apparently. Hello there. Hidden treasures! Another gill-crazed greenhorn reeled in by Ildwin's tall tales, eh? Yeah, Ildwine, that's the darn fool's name, though, mind ye, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I ate some just the other day, I did, clutching some tattered, piss-yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. This is my biggest secret of fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind you, before stumbling out of the tavern doors and promptly falling flat of his mug, loud as like as not. Did I see the map myself, you say? Did I ever? Why, the fool shoved it in my face so many times, I swear the mold left the page to take up residence in my nostrils. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that Ildwine swore was Camp Bronze Lake with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Take my word, you'll find naught but a sorry drunkard in his sack of broken dreams. Wait, until you come to help only a wine tick for buried treasures? Well, I have, it's fair and just found it myself. Just look at that. Just look at the beauty over there. Now that I can blame you for being jealous of my vast wishes. Lucky for you.
I'm feeling generous today. So here's the deal. I'll give you the honor of opening my latest discover. That's right. For one precious moment, you can walk into the shoes of the old lion treasure hunter extraordinaire. Now go on. The cash it won't buy anything.
So no points for guessing whether it bites or not. What casket? Oh, there it is. Three, two, one. You open the treasure coffer, releasing a powerful musk into the air. Oh, I guess they did bite a little bit. I kind of wish the inner beast was a little bigger, like as an attack animation. There we go. A tattered coin purse and a broken bottle. It's all yours, buddy. What are we doing over here? You guys need help with that? Seems like it'll probably go a little faster with a little help.
Hell's right. Where those? That's where this comes from. Why, if I even trust the pickaxe with me, I split the skulls. I split the skulls clean up. Where the hell is those things go? Anyway.
Here, have your treasures.
What's it? What's this? Look, you once Final Fantasy has off from the Drowning Wench and Buskers, Buskers brothers, and he ain't seen nothing like great burgers just got. It's a trap, is what it was. Open the casket, shatter your bottle, and his foul slop poured out and luring them nest buggers with their with its stink. I told you to be more careful. Now, hand over the loot. You may have opened the casket. It was old your line that did the dirty work. Wait, that's it? You gave me everything? Well, I got more last time. I sold my undergarments for rock money. You're not hiding nothing for me, are you? Well, at least I've got no choice. We've scouted to go out and search for bigger and better treasures. Not the same treasures. I can't hold your hand forever. So you sit back and old you'll want to impart to your proper trove of knowledge for treasure hunting. First, you find yourself a map. You should have your map, and then you decide for. You look at it nice and good. Then, when you figure out where the treasure is hiding, you go there and you dig it up. It sounds simple enough, you say. I might make a look easy, but I can assure you it ain't. Treasure hunting demands sharp eyes and a sharper mind. But don't be discouraged. You can just hone your skills like all the line and the treasures are sure to follow. Excuse me, my throat's feeling dry. I just want to buy you a swig of the winter sweeper's grog. What's a man to do to drown his sorrows?
Okay, I hope I never have to do that voice again, because that was kind of exhausting. It was funny for like the first 10 seconds, and then it wasn't. Right. By using the general action Decipher, you can examine a time-worn map. Doing so will change it into a key item known as a treasure map, which, true to its name, will reveal to you the location of a hidden cache of riches. Please note that you can only possess one map at any given time. Okay. Cool. Right. So that's that, then. To Wineport! Hello, I'm here to kill a big fluffy thing.
My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we've been able to find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any manned defense.
Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Brick, you defend the town from the east. Together, we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we return here to back up the captain. Got it, Brick?
Cool. Now, where are we going? Oh, over here.
Now we survey this location. You sense a hostile presence.
Yeah, that happens a lot to me these days. Smacking you in the face. Wow, how could they ever not defeat these terrifying, powerful, small birds? This thing the size of a seagull. Oh no. Anyway, was that? Okay.
Thank the 12, you're safe. We have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream, and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose inside the village. Come with me!
Oh, it's gonna be Gorge consumed by rage or something? No, just a beast. Just a bunch of beasts. Hey, Gorge, what the hell? Oh, no. Yeah, he's there. He's there.
You monster! Get away! Get away!
Monster, but I... Come no closer, Brick! Hey, back of you. I must return to the falls.
Yeah, go stand under a waterfall for a bit, buddy. You should really use that beast gauge before it builds up, you know. Release some of that tension. Sorry, I joke to diffuse trauma. Where's he at? There he's at.
Whatever's gotten into Curious Gorge. 'Tis true he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts. Methinks the child's parent has been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the village and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid.
Yeah, that'll make him feel better. No, he felt it in himself. He did.
Brick, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, and I realized that in the layman's eyes it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that's the case, perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Brick, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yeah, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies and your training. I hope I have something new for us both very soon. Until then, my friend. You hear the whispers of the village ancestors.
So this one scales, this one... Ah, so that's the... Ah, it's the natural follow-up from Overpower. Cool, okay.
Now, welcome back again, my friend. I was wondering when your travels would bring you back this way. It just so happens that I have some exciting news. I finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost set of armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintop, 5 of his pupils set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What's more, they were actually successful in their search. However, when it came to reuniting the set, the armor's great power began to work upon their minds, and not one could bring himself to relinquish his piece. Realizing then that their master's fatal pride was born of the artifact's combined influence, the pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate, and to share between the 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each of them carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory and buried the artifact in his possession in the final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And it is there that the pieces still rest. You may be interested to know that the armor I wear is itself a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors, identical in all respects, save for its lack of the arcane enhancements that adorned the original. I know what you might be thinking. If we were to bring the 5 pieces together once more, what would prevent us from being corrupted in the same fashion? Well, I thought of that. What we need only do is trace the runes we find on the armor onto every piece of warrior gear. That way, there would be no need to worry about a single proud fool becoming drunk in his all-surpassing power, as every warrior in the realm would be possessed with the self-same might.
Oh, Gorge, you are... You are charmingly naive about what would happen if you gave every warrior overwhelming power.
It's quite brilliant, if I do say so myself. So, how about we split up and begin the search straight away? 3 locations seem quite self-evident. I'd entrust the search there to you, while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks of Boulder Downs in Corthus, while another slumbers peacefully at Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Parada's Peace in western Thantland. Unearth those 3 relics and bring them to me. With any measure of fortune, I'll have tracked down the remaining 2 by the time of your return.
Yeah, this is gonna go well. This is gonna go excellently. This can't possibly go wrong.
What could possibly go wrong?
Let's see. I've been up here to do my hunting log, which is why I already have the yoink etherite. It's quite pretty out here. It's all pretty. Like, I will say I've not been blown away by any of the environments in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, none of them are like, oh my god. Like, none of them are that impressive, but they're all like, everything is well designed. Like, everything is well put together for what it is. Like, this looks like a Skyrim environment, right? Like, this looks like a map from Skyrim that they just kind of transplanted into Final Fantasy XIV. But it looks nice. Like, it looks like a nice map from Skyrim. Even if it's not the most unique thing in the world. Like, it's not a new take on sort of Northern European-esque fantasy forest environment. Is that are these things level 47? What the hell? That's a little much. Or, actually, no, that's level appropriate to where I'm at. Wait, do I have to go through the dungeon in order to get the armor piece? Oh, well, this might take a while. Hail, adventurer! Wait, do not tell me. Netric sent you. Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Aurum Vale earned its most enticing name? Well, allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with the groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize the damned death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your hand, I'll not be the one that stops you, but do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime. Cool. I don't mind that. Oh, that was the quest. Over there, but up. Okay. And then down. Wait, it's just like lying there? Okay, well, I should clear out the other beasts here. Oh, what are those? Oh, giant loggers. I'm taking enough damage as it is. Although, admittedly, it is nice to fight something level appropriate. I'll just help you with yours if you'll help me with mine, I hope. Or not. Oh, yes, you will. Haha, good boy. Thank you, my friend. There we go. Old wooden chest. Do you have yourself a piece? Cool. Can I equip it? Oh boy, I'm running out of space here. Oh, I can. Oh, I shall be very powerful indeed. Yes, very powerful. Right, Camp Tranquil. Oh, right there. Okay. Well, that's easy. How the hell did people not find it? If it was just like lying there out in the open? It's just like this is a chest under a waterfall. Anyone could have found it. There isn't even any ancient puzzle or anything.
Oh, we're gonna prevent any one warrior from ever obtaining all of the pieces.
Oh yeah, like fucking great job there, Greg. Oh yeah, no one's gonna find it here. Like, yes, admittedly, you've got like big salamanders and shit, like, that'll show up and eat people, but like, seriously. Am I putting it on? Damn right I'm putting it on. What else? Where else do we go? We go to Parata's Peace, which is at Horizon. Well, at least this feels a little bit more obscure. Like, this feels like you couldn't just wander in and take the chest. Okay, hostile presence. Heket. Oh yeah, big Heket. Oh, heck it all. There we go. Piece of fighter's armor. Fighter's jackboots. Sweet. Hey, Gorge, you haven't been, corrupted by the power of this magical armor, have you? Because, I don't seem to be. Hey, Gorge. Look what I'm wearing.
How fares the search, Brick? Have you found all of my tribe's ancient relics? Could you have the 3 pieces of armor, don them, and show them to me?
Oh, you want me to put them on. Right, the thing that you're not supposed to do.
Nah. Brick, now that you found the gear is most gratifying, but what I would truly fancy is seeing you in it. Is to see you in it. Stand still for a moment. The armor so becomes you that I could not tell that you had it on at first glance. But now, I can have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes inscribed on each piece resonating with your soul crystal. This is the armor of the long-lost warrior. I too have found one of the relics, but I've run into an unexpected rub. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as if the lost treasure were no different from the unadorned replicas already in my possession.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Whether the power has been lost to it, or must needs be awakened by means yet unknown to me, this I cannot say. The ancient texts still hold many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. But before I forget, I should mention that I did indeed track down another piece. Before I was waylaid by this current conundrum. You should find it sealed away in Red Mantis Falls.
Okay, then.
Where is that? That's at Wineport. Okay. Again, not sure that this is like a great hiding place, my dude. Oh, hey, Red Mantis Falls. And there's a Red Mantis to match. Whee! Hey, the Bertionette, the helmet that I can't see, on me. All right, Gorge.
Back to Costa del Sol. I see your search was a fruitful one. I am pleased to say that I've also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the wearer. But my own resonance with the plating was too weak as to allow a proper connection with it, and I now think I know why. My soul crystal. It once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened, I cannot say, but the tome is quite clear about what would happen were the powers of the armor to be bestowed upon one whose soul is weak. The inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, who would go on a mindless rampage that would end only with the mercy of death. Yeah, not unlike the crazed fiends we battle. I believe the armor sensed my weakened state, foresaw the potential danger, and then knowingly shut off its powers to me. And I dare say we're fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you, I left the final piece of armor in the chest where I found it. The breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart, has powers greater and more dangerous than the other pieces. Uncertain as I was to the reason for my being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I feared to take it would mean imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine, yet still I worry for your fate were you to put it on. Look deep within yourself, Brick. When you feel yourself ready, and only then, come speak to me again.
I think I'm ready now.
You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people? The armor that could consume the very soul of the most puissant warrior? Oh, very well. If you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be the one to stand in your way. But I beg of you, Brick, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcoming you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain or into the depths of the ocean, I care not. For once a beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster, leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No, my people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age in which warriors protect the weak and are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient texts, all has been for this day. Brother, I know not where fate has led you, yet I feel certain that in spirit you stand with me today. Today, we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment, Brick. As I said, this has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Caerthus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events at Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart.
Back to Wineport. Oh, Camp Dragonhead, rather. So, what's up here? I've never been this way before.
Ooh, Redhorn ogres.
Big monsters.
And ice sprites. And a downy abyss. Don't be so down on yourself. Really? I'm level 45, you're level 38. You think you have a chance? Ooh, ominous. What am I gonna have to fight for it? Well, ogres, probably. I should probably get rid of those. Yo. There we go. Who wants to fight me? Oh, he does. Him large. Him electric. And reasonably strong, too. Bonk. Down you go.
And I'll take that breastplate, please. Ooh, thing gonna happen. Hey, Gorge. Hand over the breastplate, Brick. After much wrestling with the thought, I simply cannot entrust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I return now to Hidden Falls. If you would have words with me, then come. I will not run away. We could have words now.
A little indecisive there, aren't we? But, I mean, yeah, that's his character, is that he's fraught with indecision. And he's not certain of himself. He is insecure after what happened at Wineport, where the little girl looked at him and thought he looked scary. Which, admittedly, is, like, not a pleasant experience. But, you know, kids, they mistake things. Hey, Gorge. Can we talk?
Vic, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I have wrestled long and hard with the matter, but this is my decision. I cannot entrust you with this power when I do not even trust myself. That's right. I won't attempt to don the plate again either. Nor will anyone. Not until I have proof that there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. Peer deep within your soul, Brick. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and emerge victorious? I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, continue your training, and you might find an answer of your own.
I just want a cool armor, man. Why you gotta be like this? Ah, so that's the upgraded beast gauge version of the AoE. Cool. And he wants me to be level 50. What am I going to look like wearing that thing? Ooh. I mean, that does look pretty good on me. Right then. Well, I guess that'll have to wait. Back to the main quest.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
Oh boy, the voice acting is so stilted.
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
I'm good.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
And this is really not a slam on the voice actors at all, by the way. Like, this comes down to direction. Like, the way that they were directed was to deliver their lines like that. Like, the person in the booth who was, like, doing the direction of the voice sessions was, like, probably telling them to enunciate more, to speak more slowly, to try and match, like, the pace, perhaps, of the Japanese delivery. Like, all kinds of things can cause voice acting to come out like this, and it's usually not because the voice actor in question couldn't deliver a better performance. It's usually because, well, like, someone somewhere wanted it different. And, like, certainly to someone who isn't, like, if the director is someone who isn't a native English speaker, like, it's impossible to their ears, like, if a person is speaking naturalistically, like, talking like a naturalistic voice, like, that can sound really kind of blurry and kind of like, it can sound insufficiently dignified, and maybe they wanted something that was a little bit more sort of theatrical in its execution, that was a little bit more like, oh yes, and thus shall we embark upon this great journey, like, something like that. It can be all kinds of things. So, like, yeah, I've heard the voice acting gets a lot better in the later expansions, and I'm curious to see that. What's up?
Good to see you, Corporal Ulfam. The Scions sent word that you were on your way. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed that the object of their aggression... crystals. Fodder for their fell primal.
Ma'am?
Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory upon the Maelstrom, Corporal Ulfam. Right proud I am to call you one of our own. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Brick personally. We are no strangers to conflict.
Long have the Sahagin and the Kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we've had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So, it is now that we turn to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you're right. The situation is far from simple. The Kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the Beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Leminsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the Beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown.
I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Washtola.
Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and concern of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Corporal?
Yeah, sure, I'll punch him.
You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the Cobalt should summon Titan demonstrates that they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Greyfleet Mills in Laurel and Osha. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhaps you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows.
Well, okay then.
What's this quest?
Shadows uncast.
Oh. I need to
Storm Sergeant First Class.
Can't do that yet. Funny though thing that was like, why would a mercenary ever choose to become a miller? I don't know, because it doesn't come with a constant daily threat of death and constant physical violence. I don't know. I could see why a mercenary might be like, yeah, no, you know what? I'm done. I just want to sit down and watch a thing grind stuff into flour forever. Hello? Anyone? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've left behind the mercenary life. I'm a peaceful miller now. Do you not see my hat? Why me, sir? Oh, I am merely a simple country miller. Why, my only interest is is watching the wind. This little hat. It's like he thinks that's enough. Oh my god. I was expecting him to be wearing, like, normal clothes. Oh, Bob? Yeah, why no one would ever look at Bob. He's a mercenary? I couldn't tell. He's wearing a hat, you see, and I figured the axe was just for decoration. Oh, the giant shoulder pauldrons. Yeah, now that you mention it. It was weird that he shows up to, like, my daughter's wedding in full battle armor. I mean... Oh, inconspicuous member of the community. It's just wearing a fucking hat. Yep, I'm just a simple country miller with my straw hat. The leopard print he's got on makes it worse somehow. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here's my eye. Oh, it's not that funny. When I get into these like little laughing fits, I start laughing at the fact that I'm laughing so much, and it just kind of. Oh God, my stomach. Ow. Okay, I have to look away for a sec. Okay. Okay, we're good. I need a drink. Oh God. Okay. The leopard print and the fucking, like, whatever the hell he's wearing, like little like warrior battle speedo that he's got going on. Oh my fucking God, dude.
Lay down your burdens, son, come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time, you find you a lesser three. You gonna say something, Venturer, just keep staring. You wanna know about the Company of Heroes? Oh, hell's prize of bleeding fame, can't a miller mill in peace no more?
You're wearing a battle axe! You fucking lunatic! You're wearing a battle axe and armor!
Well, still seeing as you come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Truckham was the company's best axeman.
Oh, really? You were an axeman? I couldn't tell.
Now, what was it you wanted to know?
Okay. Whew.
So you want to hear the tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a primal Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, Titus?
Whoa. That's just a coincidence, right? Like that's not a reference, right?
Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and night, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, boy, it felt like a cannonball in the gut. Boo! Just like that.
Titan.
Oh, what's that look for? I'm a god's damned hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing my praises. Don't mean to tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus.
Yep.
Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill south of here? Oh, yeah. Do that, then we'll talk.
Oh, you're having trouble killing rats, are you? Titus, huh? So that's just his nickname for it, I guess? Huh? Oh my fucking god. Okay. Oh, someone's already doing it. La da da. 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 Rat King. Punchy, punchy, punch. There we go. Oh, that's their Rat King. Here's mine. Oh, hey, thanks for the help. Very kind of you. Oh, my God. I just thought he'd be wearing normal clothes. He goes to bed like this.
Oh, so the beasties are dead, are they? Oh, nice work, Ventura. Save me the hassle of, oh, never mind. What? Still asking what beat Titus? I don't know, Ventura. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10-score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, truly I do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, Gabu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut down one as quick as skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stay on the lookout in case a Gabu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus.
Oh yeah, no big deal. It's just a flying polar bear. What's up? Okay, so critical damage if dealt from a target's rear. Then one I have that's for the flank, which is impossible to get around to the flank when you're one-on-one. Fair enough. Whatever. I punched the thing to death. I could have axed it, but I decided to punch it instead.
You were gone. Then that Gabu was harassing the Millers is dead. I didn't think you had it in your venture. Still, it took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure I should tell you our secrets.
Do I have to punch them out of you? Is that it? Anyway, is there anything... Well, my pugilist can't really use that, and that's not really any better for my pugilist, so... I'll take the silver pieces, please.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew,
Your Stola help.
Tracked him? You in here drinking again? If you are, that Gabu had better be dead. No, it's dead, Chief, if you have my word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with my trusty Exeter. Is that a fact? What will your friend here say if I ask him? He'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend?
Tell me true. Was it Tractum who slew that Gabu, or was it you?
Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractum, the finest axeman to ever serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus.
Titan.
Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit.
Titus was what me and the lads used to call him.
That's the biggest load of sogging shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside. We'll learn the truth of Limincian way. Tracton, if you didn't slay that gobbo, you may consider your contract revoked.
Okay, so he wears the armor because he's riding high on being the legendary mercenary hero guy. That explains it. Like, that makes it make more sense. Oh, I love it still. It's so fucking funny.
Alright, you know the rules. First man to smash his boulder will be judged the Gobbo Slayer. And don't even think about
trying to kill me. That's cheating.
We'll pick these boulders. They're nothing alike. Or to hell's with it. Let the contest begin.
Well, glad I'm using a DPS class. I'm doing it somewhat faster than he is anyway. Can I? Is this the rear? Does it have a rear? I don't think it does.
How you doing, matey? Feeling a bit stiff by any chance?
Nah, I'm good. Why am I being stunned? Oh, sometimes preventing the execution of actions. All right, dude. He set a bomb? I think not.
My arms, my bleeding arms.
Yeah, no.
All right, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief. Please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have.
Save your blubbering, Tracton. Oh, gosh, I should have known.
Mercy, please, I didn't want to deceive you. I swear, it's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folks I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this Gristle marauder everyone treated like royalty, and when I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe me, so well... Look, his name is Whiskate, all right? Now, Whiskate, he'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell's that thing's name is. It's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair.
Please put normal clothes on now. Just please do that. Oh my fucking god. Well, okay then. There's a reason why he looked so ridiculous. There's a good reason why. Oh, that was still funny. Yeah, he looks more like that's that makes a little more sense.
You wish to slay the Lord of Crags. We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us.
You fancy yourself heroes, then, just like in the tales?
Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours. My associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with a power that protects him from primal influence. Thus was he able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way.
A man who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed.
Believe what you will. We mean to try. Though our lives will be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan.
You're passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserved better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gegaruju's estates. Perhaps you can attend your abilities by attending to one of our...
Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing I've said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates.
To imagine words can sway me, girl. If you dislike my conditions, then you're welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro.
Well, thank you for saying it, though, Y'shtola. I'm kind of tired of being at the whims of whatever fucking quest giver tells me to go and do a thing.
Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see through the remaining preparations.
I'm leaving the dirty.
I keep slipping back into the southern accent I gave to Tractor.
Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well.
Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance.
Okay. Hey, I leveled up! Wait, is that a... Oh no, that's still a bunny girl. I thought for a second it was a bunny boy. Whiskit would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. I mean, yeah.
Master Gegaruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to a true task, I like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time.
I could punch you.
And Nyx has recently been seen prowling to the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The bait is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill.
Okay. Captain Busy Work. Bonk. Kind of annoying that my bike can't ride in the water, but oh well. Do you unlock that at some point, like the ability for your mounts to go in water? That'd be neat. I killed the thing.
Well, did you deal with the Nyx?
Yes. Were you just hungry the whole time?
Unless you think me overly cautious for testing of this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not.
Oh, gee. Did he speak like this?
Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents.
Please do, quickly.
2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gegaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gegaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be up to an extremely exotic feast, and so Brick, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chefs require. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For my first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landinel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time, as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Cracks? Either do it or don't. I have work to do.
At some point, I should just punch one of them. Like, just like, how about shut the fuck up and give me what I need? Because people are gonna die. But that day is not today, I guess.
Do you require assistance, adventurer? Oh, so this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Brick.
How? I was there 2 minutes ago! How did he send word?
The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt.
Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Pleasant fellow.
Let me be clear. This business between you and me and the captain must remain a secret.
See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. And as Skridanians are by and large an unforgiving lot, Detto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Brick. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. How about fuck you, actually, dude? How about fuck you? How about fuck you? Egg? Aha! Eggy. Gimme. Yeah, sorry, lady, but, someone really wants to eat your kid. Eat my ass, dickhead.
I thought you might have had the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I intend you take it to persevere to the bitter end.
Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan.
Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain.
You should make haste to southern Vanland. In Forgotten Springs, you'll find a man named Udunun. He'll be your next guide. Safe travels, Brick. Okay. Sure. All right. Boy, if I didn't have a teleport spell, this might take so long that Titan just wipes out Limsa Lominsa entirely. Thank goodness that doesn't happen. Are there players fighting them this time? Okay, fine.
Approximately 10 hours later.
I'll help out. There we go. Get rid of that shit. There we go. All right, what do you want me to do? I don't know what you look like. Stay as your business adventurer. So this is the one WizKit sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Okay. Could I convince Erindel, could I convince you to get your Chocobo's ass out of the NPC's face? No? Okay. Oh god, no. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, and the pragmatic.
That is why I claim my position, and that is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the Sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is the sure sign of weakness. However, if you are recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace.
Actually, I changed my mind. A chocobo's ass is a perfect look for you. Although, actually, looking at the time, I believe we've probably come to the point where we should cut an episode. So, if you want to see me fight this warrior and solve the riddle of the thing, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below, because that'll let you know when the next episode comes out. And if you want more episodes right now, right this minute, right this second, you can become a member of the channel, because that will give you access to, well, early access to whatever episodes are already completed but have not been set live. There might be a few. I also have a Patreon merchandise store and a tip jar. You can use them if you want to, and if you don't want to, you absolutely do not have to. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to wear a mask and wash your hands still. And try to act with solidarity towards those who are worse off than yourself.